My name is Melissa Widhalm. I am the Associate Director and Regional Climatologist at the Midwestern Regional Climate Center located at Purdue University. Soil temperature is so important when it comes to farming for a number of reasons. And whether it's the spring or the fall, there's always work to do in the ground. And when you need to work with the ground, knowing what the soil temperature will be can be very important. We are talking about planting seeds in the ground. We're talking about applying nitrogen to the fields. We're even talking about understanding when pests may hatch their eggs and come out and affect your crops. All of those have a relationship back to the soil temperature. And if we don't understand the patterns of our soil temperature and what activities we're trying to accomplish, then we're going to have some problems. So when we're thinking about soil temperature, certainly agriculture comes to mind, but there are a lot of other reasons why we would want to understand patterns in our soil temperature. Really anything that requires us to work with the ground is going to benefit by understanding some of those soil temperature patterns. So maybe we're talking about construction or laying in septic tanks or driving over frozen ground without compacting that soil too much. All of those have a temperature-related component to it, and so understanding those patterns and behaviors of our soil temperature can be really beneficial in planning. Just like we can use thermometers to measure our air temperature, we can also use special thermometers in the ground to measure our soil temperature. So we have weather stations across the Midwest and across the US that do just that. Unfortunately, though, we don't have very many of them. So as important as soil temperature is for farming applications, it's not necessarily something that's very highly available, and the records don't go back very far. So we're always trying to increase the number of locations where we're taking these critical measurements, and we're always trying to increase people's ability to find and use that information. So soil temperature is very important for farming applications, but unfortunately we don't have a lot of measurements in the ground across the Midwest. It's just a limitation that we have. However, scientists at Purdue University have been able to take output from really high-powered computer models to extend that soil temperature record back going many decades and to cover a large area of the Midwest. And with that, we can now start to see and understand these patterns of soil temperature. We can look at what is the typical time of year that temperatures might warm above or cool below, thresholds that are really critical for agriculture.